Welcome back again. So this video will test how our AlwaysOn is working. So before testing, let's take a look on our AlwaysOn dashboard. So if you see from here, we have everything up and running. So at this time our server 1 is primary and the server 2 is secondary. Let's expand a little bit. Okay, so we can see everything here. We have two database on the server 1 and the same two database on the server 2. So we are good from here. So now let's do a manual failover. So start failover, and it will open a wizard. Click next. So what will happen, currently the server 1 is our primary server and the server 2 is the secondary. So when we will do the failover, the server 2 will be primary and server on will be the secondary. Okay, so if you see here, choose the new primary replica. So currently we have only one option, that is server 2. You remember, even though we did everything for the server 3, but we did not added server 3 on our uh, cluster group. So that's why the server 3 is not showing up here. We'll add the server 3 for another test, but here it will fail over to everything on server 2. So click next. Then it's saying we have to connect. So let's do the connect. So it's connecting to replicas. So it is connected. Click next. It will showing you the summary and finish. Alright, so the failover completed successfully. You can see all of the result here. So close it. Okay, there's another window, just close that. Alright, now go to the dashboard again. Let's go to server 1 and refresh this. So from here you can see the server 1 and the role is secondary at this time. So the primary one is the server 2 and the secondary one is the server 1. So if you do another failover from here, so it will go back to our previous state. So what does it mean? So the server 1 will be the primary and the server 2 will be the secondary. Okay, all right, so we did almost everything for the testing, and you remember we created server 3 but we did not use to server 3 here. So what we can do, we can add server 3 on our group, so it will be part of our AlwaysOn. So let's minimize this, go here on replica, add replica. So currently you see the okay, so the server 1 is secondary and server 2 is primary now, and both of them are synchronized. So let's try okay, not the new, we are going to add a replica. Oh, I see, we're on the server 1, so server 1 is secondary at this time, so we need to go to the server 2. Let's go back to the AlwaysOn. Let's do it refresh. I'll extend this on a little bit. Okay, so we are on server 2 because server 2 is now on primary. Alright, you can see it from here. So let's try to add another replica. Sorry, it should be here, secondary. Okay, let's check what happened. Okay, so let's do the another failover. Next. So what will happen now, the server 1 will be primary again and the server 2 will be secondary again on the previous state, or you can say the initial stage. So let's do that. Alright, so it's completed successfully. Let's close that, and now refresh everything and try to add again. Add replica. It should open a wizard. It's taking time. Alright, so click next. Alright, connected. Connect. Do you already selected? Okay, so the adding is completed successfully, and if you go to the dashboard, you can see here server 1, 2, 3 is up and running, and server 1 is the primary and server 2 and the secondary, and you can see the same database on all of the server. Alright, so we completed successfully the always on, and from next video I will configure the SQL Server cluster. So remember, the always on the database level, and the clustering we will do that is on server level. What does it mean? So here, when you are doing the failover, only the database is fail over to the another server, but when we do the failover cluster, then whole server will fail over to the another server. So we'll see and we'll continue from there. So thank you for watching.